statue of my brother. How quaint.
You may have survived FREYR'S absence, but a truce clearly did not. Monuments are useless to those who ignore their message.
He didn't create a truce through diplomacy alone. His godhood, his very presence is what healed this land and allowed peace to take root. But once he left, he had to have known what would happen.
Well, he had good reason to leave. Some jackass convinced his sister to marry a madman.
You said monuments are useless. Why restore this one?
It was hidden for some time. Perhaps now it can serve as a reminder.
Aye. Nothing reminds people of their history like chiseled, well-lit marble.
That did. The ring of crystal shards glow.
Looks like we can read the inscription now as well.
Light from the crystals. It is in the sand now.
Would you look at that? Freyr's gift endures after all. Or should I say, his presence?
You are not funny.
Anything illuminating?
Even when Freyr was actually here, the peace was fragile. Surely a bit of extra light in the depth. There isn't enough to make it last.
Before I met Faye, I could not imagine a life of peace. After her death, in our travels to Jotunheim, I found peace on my own. It remains my responsibility to make it last.
Perhaps the elves will find peace again one day, even without Freyr's guidance.
His presence continues to guide them, whether they realize it or not.
Well, lady, I was curious about some of the flora we've encountered on our travels.
And you will remain curious. It's not my job to teach you everything, Mimir.
Look, I was just asking.
And you have been told.
Oh, you can say that again.
A dawn bloom. You have an interest in botanicals now?
Another sleeping troll, courtesy of the dwarves. Freyr, back to the story of your brother. You said the elves saw him emerge from the Lake of Souls.
It's true.
Enough talk for now. Be ready.
Freyr, you once revived a giant's corpse to stop a certain fight we won't talk about. Could you call on that power again?
Maybe. Do you have a massive giant's corpse for me to revive?
No?
Well, there you go.
Brother, in my travels, I heard of a great battle in your homeland, at a place called the Gates of Fire.
The Hard Gates.
You were there?
No.
Is that regret in your voice?
I did regret not dying there for many years, but no longer.
Never see, eh? Sooner or later, we're gonna have to find a lock to put them in.
A light elf statue in the desert. Ah,
Aye. Fair bet this is the Sanctum Big Veer spoke.
What is that?
A phantom! Rogue magic! Aim for the runic core!
Bloody hell! Look at that thing!
It's vulnerable when
Give
it's
yourself an
low!
opening! Don't waste it!
Alpha!
Nicely done! Keep on it!
Kratos, the springs! Destroy them! We need to stun it first!
Look at your right!
The Alpha!
Nicely done! Keep on it!
Now!
Give yourself an opening! Don't waste it!
Switching! The Alpha! Changing arrows! Now, attack!
Nicely done! Keep on it!
Kratos, are you okay?
Nicely done! Keep on it!
Kratos, the springs! Destroy them!
Not so intimidating without your springs, are you? Well, yet another gift of Fimbulwinter, I suppose.
the magic draining out of all of us has to end up somewhere.
So you just refuse to pick a favourite poem? That's uncharacteristically indecisive of you.
I have a favorite poem already. One from my homeland.
Perhaps we can bring these two animals back to Vanaheim, or Midgard even. Becky and Svanna could use the company. We have kennels.
It would not go well for them. Once a predator becomes accustomed to a land, it is cruel to move them.
I suppose you're right. It just seems lonely out here.
It is peaceful. They have each other. It is enough.
Big ball of light coming your way!
Light elf architecture. It's massive.
A token.
A badge of honor. The elves made a few of these. They'd hang them up outside their dwellings, show their support for my brother. Something is coming, and it's not happy.
Alpha, a prey! Switching arrows! Get ready! It's charging! It's charging! The Alpha! Kratos, we need you!
Something is coming, and it's not happy.
Careful, the gales!
Something is coming, and it's not happy.
A break! It's about to charge! Here it comes! Fall back!
What on earth was a drake doing back there?
Your guess is as good as mine. Imprisoning a drake. Can't decide whether to be impressed or horrified.
Either way, it is over now.
Come on, brother. Let's have it. You mentioned you had a favorite poem from your homeland. What was it about?
A cunning general. A war over forbidden love.
I believe I've heard of this one. Did it involve a horse that was not as it appeared?
Yes, but that is not what happened.
Oh, based on truth then. And you were there.
Yes, I prefer the poem.
An elven library.
An archive of knowledge.
No sign of the Light Elves.
For now,
Maybe they've left for the day, and we can browse at our leisure.
these texts alone are not enough to end the Elven War. But restricting their access only serves those who wish to prolong it.
Taking a page out of Odin's book.
Aye, quite the advantage for the Light Elves.
These rooms.
So, these are the Barren schematics, eh?
You know of him.
Aye, one of the most gifted dwarven smiths around. Until he developed a conscience, anyhow.
all this knowledge of their ancestors, their shared history, poetry, just... sitting here, forgotten. What a waste.
This book is sealed, but there is an inscription. Consul.
Big Veer spoke of an exile of the same name. Odds are he'd like a gander at that particular text.
Swappa.
Ah, it appears the librarian would like a word.
Lata Frambog.
Sounds like she wants that journal back.
No.
Use a shield strike! Yelpa!
Oh, this is a fine mess.
Shield strike now! She thinks she's protecting them by hiding all this knowledge away.
Our ally wishes to read this journal. We are taking the book.
I'm impressed. Thought you were going to end her.
When last we traveled here, after Faye passed, I killed an elf of great importance. The ramifications were dire for his people. I do not wish to make the same mistake twice.
Freya, back to the story of your brother. You said the elves saw him emerge from the Lake of Souls.
It's true. I don't know whether he worked his charms at that point or they just assumed him to be a great deity. But of course, he hadn't made this journey in search
Never
of
mind that.
wisdom.
Time to fight.
The Alpha!
Why do you yawn?
Force of habit, I suppose, since I don't sleep anymore. Although, it's far more confounding that I'm the tired one. I've seen you stay awake for days at a time without so much as a drooping eyelid. Not even a nap.
Gods do not nap.
Oh, tell that to Thor. Freya, will you continue that story about your brother? He stumbled into Alfheim, became a legend, and left?
Essentially so. Still, the legend of his manifestation was passed along through the ages. It even endured after the Great Division, remembered by light and dark elf alike. So when at last he returned, he was uniquely situated to gain the trust of both sides and help to create a truce. The problem was, both sides trusted only him, so the peace could only last as long as he stayed around to keep it. And with the long war dragging on without an end in sight, I suppose making any kind of peace was an irresistible notion for him, even if it meant having to rule.